My name is Michaela King and I'm a Kalkadoon woman, family member, teacher and PhD candidate. I acknowledge that today I am speaking as a visitor on Kaurna country and pay my respect to Kaurna peoples. I acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded on Kaurna country and that Kaurna peoples are the first teachers, scientists, medical doctors and caretakers of this place. Reconciliation requires us to examine our identity as a nation, its conception and its relationship with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, one that is continuously contested through the erasure of our experiences, voices and knowledges. Reconciliation Week is a reminder that there is unfinished business here that requires listening, understanding and reflection upon the individual roles we all play in maintaining structures and systems at the expense of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Therefore, the 2023 theme, Be a Voice for Generations, is a call to action where meaningful change is possible. It requires us to continue the work of our collective voices today to build an equitable, accessible and fair future for those following in our footsteps. One where Australia listens to the voices of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, embraces our knowledges, provides anti-racist schooling, healthcare and places of employment that will see the improvement of life expectancy for my people. National Reconciliation Week is marked by two significant dates. The 27th of May marks the most successful referendum in Australian history that saw Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people included in the census as Australian citizens in 1967. The 3rd of June marks the significant 1992 Mabo win in the High Court, where Eddie Mabo contested terra nullius and was awarded traditional owner rights, which had a significant impact nationally through native title. Two significant moments in our history that were founded upon truth-telling, listening and making a bold decision for a more equitable future together. May we continue truth-telling, listening and making bold decisions together for an equitable future for generations to come.
Nankanirna Miarna, Namarni, Nanari David, Nayarta Yuki Yaku, no country taking in Aishi Wardley, Nepuli Naiche, no Wagna Warna Garna Miarna, Miputli Naichu Kunyun Tapathy. Now what I just said in Kaurna is hello, my name is David, and while I'm not originally from this country, I am proud to call it my home. I do so in the language of the Kaurna people, as a mark of my respect and gratitude for their continued generosity. Every year, National Reconciliation Week runs from the 27th of May to the 3rd of June. This year's theme, Be a Voice for Generations, highlights the responsibility we have as individuals to play an active role in reconciliation. We should all be a voice for reconciliation in our everyday lives, where we live, work, study and in our homes. Later this year, we will also be given an opportunity to be a voice for generations through the referendum on a First Nations voice to Parliament. It's estimated that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians represent 3.8% of the national population. So, the responsibility that non-Aboriginal Australians have in casting a vote at this year's referendum cannot be understated. UniSA's academic board met on the 24th of February this year and unanimously endorsed a motion moved by myself and seconded by the USASA President, Mr. Isaac Solomon, supporting the principle of enshrining a First Nations voice to Parliament in the Australian Constitution. As a tertiary institution, we implore you to educate yourself about the referendum, what is needed to be successful and what a voice to Parliament would mean for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. This is an opportunity for you to use your voice and support reconciliation efforts on a national scale. Talk to your family and friends to spread the word and include all generations in this most important conversation. As an institution, we understand that there are many discussions about the voice, treaty and truth, and we stress the importance of being informed about choices and the need to extend respect to all voices in this conversation. This year, UniSA will once again shine a light on reconciliation with a series of events across all campuses as well as online. I encourage you to actively participate in the National Reconciliation Week events with an open mind and an open heart, and watch out for future reconciliation events and activities throughout the year. Thank you.